Yo, what is up, boys? How's it going? And welcome back to another stream/video. Today we're reacting to Gigguks Spring Anime 2023 in a nutshell. I've been gone for a little while. I went on vacation, did a little Kick subathon. So let's see what let's watch a couple of Gigguks videos and catch up. I've watched a lot of anime from this season, so I might actually have some thoughts to give.
Every season, it just feels like we're getting more and more anime being released. Last winter had more shows than I ever remember in a single season, and out of the insane choice of 54 shows to pick from...
54 anime. And I know people that like try to stay caught up with it all. Like, what's the point when like 90% of it's just garbage?
I watched a total of 2 shows from Japan. And 1 from hell. More quantity
That's funny.
doesn't necessarily mean we are getting more quality. Is what I would be saying if it wasn't spring 2023, baby.
Let's go.
What is going on this season? We got this show and this show and this show. Oh god, this show looks good too. Wait, Oshinoko became the top-rated anime with just a single episode. There's more Gundam. There's more Magus-Spy.
Speaking of Mal, so I thought everyone was overhyping Bleach. I'm like, I'm sure it's good, but like I watched hundreds of episodes of Bleach when it came out. You know, like the OG. I'm like, there's some highlight moments. There's some good moments. There's some good arcs. But like, how good could this new season really be for it to be top rated on Mal? And then I watched it. And I'm just like, that was just like a perfect 13 episodes. And I didn't know Kubo had that level of writing in him. I was blown away so many times, and I don't want to get into spoilers, but I just want to say Yamamoto, Kenpa Cheese, and I guess Ichigo Sword Origin. Done. Done. That's it. That's all I have to say. It just was just like the pacing was nutty. It was so fast, and it was just top tier content for that those 13 episodes. It was crazy.
More Ranking of Kings. My girl Megamin is back. There's even the best fantasy of all time airing. Demon Slayer. This season is so stacked. There's even an isekai I'm not gonna watch. I'm not even gonna give it an episode. There's just too many shows to get through.
What do you mean? It's the aristocrats' otherworldly adventure serving gods who go too far. Why would you not watch it?
I'm just gonna X out and put on another show. Just watch. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it.
He's gonna. It's an isekai.
God fucking
dude, the Oshinoko OP is such a banger. It's crazy.
Damn it. Lesbian ladies, innit?
Let's look at
The era of gay girls in anime continue, and they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They've now made an entire cafe where the premise is that the girls yuri bait each other in front of the customers who get to discuss live if they got a thing for one another, like they're an average Bocce the Rock fan. This can't be a real thing in Japan. Is this a real thing in Japan? If so, I am disgusted, mortified. If someone could just leave me the name and address of such a place if it exists, just so I could personally tell them how disgusted I am at the idea, that would be fantastic. But before you do that, I've got a new name for you. Honkai Star Rail, today's sponsor that's gonna send me down another goddamn rabbit hole. I'm gonna be a judge for Honkai Star Rail's first ever creator competition, so look forward to more news about that soon. So, what are you waiting for? Download the game today via the link in the description and get an extra 50 Stellar Jades using the redemption code on screen. Thank you to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring me today, and with that said, back to the video.
No.
Alright, I'm all for some turn your brain off trashy wish fulfillment anime, but what is this?
I fucking hate this anime. I didn't give it a chance, but I watched one episode and I was just annoyed. Homie didn't have to train for nothing.
Kid gets bullied
And he's OP in both worlds instantly.
Finds a
Pissed
door
me
to
off.
another world, gets ripped overnight, starts high school the next day, suddenly becomes the popular kid, the bullies don't believe it, a hot rich girl suddenly shows up and asks him to enroll in some prestigious school, goes on some dates, becomes a model, some princess proposes to him.
Just all too easy. It was all too easy, all too fast. I don't know if I watched 1 or 2 episodes. We were watching it on kick.com/BriggsADA, where I watch all my anime that I watch now. Kick.com/BriggsADA. Daily anime watch parties. Yeah.
The cherry on top, he gets
That's why I actually watched anime from this season.
it in his bullies' faces. This isn't an anime. This is a fucking Darman video. Even by isekai standards, this is such a
Darman video.
power fantasy that it makes all that happen look like a trusted news source. Good thing I'm above this kind of thing. What's this? A gamer who's hot, dresses well, interacts with girls, and touches grass?
Truck trying to tell me to watch this one. I haven't
Well,
got
I'm
to
a
it
gamer.
yet.
Not because I have a life, but because I choose to have many. And this kind of representation is just setting unrealistic beauty standards for us average gamers. This one's cute, actually. It finally feels like we're getting more old school shoujo romances with a female lead, but god damn, is this girl a hot mess? A girl so painfully desperate for love gets broken up with, trauma dumps on some random strangers, starts obsessing over her scumbag ex, gets blackout drunk with a guy she doesn't know and throws up in his apartment, plans some dumb revenge scheme, shows up unannounced intoxicated. My boy just wants to play some goddamn League of Legends. I don't know how, guys, but it happened. We found a girl more cringe than a gamer.
Who slept with the most people?
Hey, I'm trying to sleep with everyone on my dorm floor. Do you want to go back to my place?
Did
And
that
it
work?
worked.
Oh my god.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
But what happens when we try mixing gamers with girls? That's right, gamer girls.
Honey, new neckbeard waifu has arrived.
Introducing Hot Onesan Gamer Girl. She doesn't
See,
go
I thought I checked out a lot of anime from this season, and then I guess there's 54, and I only looked at like the first like 15 highest rated ones within the first couple weeks or so. I don't know what half these anime are.
She hates interacting.
And I watched
with
like 15 anime this season.
people. She's a gamer, not because she doesn't have a shower, but because she chooses
I also have a gold because she
to
chooses.
smell like she doesn't have any.
For real.
Wait a minute. Addicted to soda, does nothing but play video games, relies on her underling for everything, transforms into this goddamn gremlin mode? Where have I seen this before? Oh no!
I was going to say I have such a goldfish brain that I could have watched one of these episodes and not even remember.
Go back! Go
This was
back!
before I went on vacation.
Gar, what are you?
Death Note whom, am I right?
It's beautiful. Leave it to Japan to be able to make a romantic comedy between the popular girl and the quiet kid in class who literally fantasizes about murdering his classmates, including said popular girl in class. I don't know how to describe the premise of the show without making it sound edgy and messed up, but this is a genuinely cute and fluffy show. Yeah, sure, he might have had some intrusive thoughts about murdering a girl or two, but my
Am I still in the Yu-Gi-Oh category on Kick? Whoops. The new Yu-Gi-Oh expansion goes nutty, am I right, boys? Check this shit out.
No, history has
This is the
proved
new
that
Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
there's only one pickup line that has actually worked on your crush.
It's an invitation to my birthday tomorrow. I hope you'll be able to make it to the party. but why?
I'll kill you.
A crime thriller where a father discovers he's
Tell
living
me that's
every
not an abridged series. Tell me that's not an abridged series.
dad's worst nightmare. Finding out your daughter is dating that guy from every NTR hentai you've ever seen. So what's the solution? He
My Home Hero was actually interesting. I kind of want to continue watching. I had a few gripes with it, but I should really give it another chance. It just felt like it was spoon feeding a little bit at times.
comes up for this predicament. Dude, what the fuck? That was a perfectly good rice cooker. Magical Girl Destroyer. Here's an action epic where the world has outlawed the biggest threat to modern society. Weeds.
Speaking of spoon feeding, oh my god, Hell's Paradise. Well, I'm really enjoying it and I'm looking forward to watching more and I'm caught up. Those first two episodes were insufferable. Like, they were... Maybe insufferable isn't the right word. I just hate what it's like. This is the point we're trying to get across. This is something that's important to the story and our main character. Here. Okay, fine. You told us, you didn't show us. It's fine. You can tell us. It's fine. But don't tell me over and over and over again. I heard it. I heard it once. I heard it twice. Once you get to 4 or 5 times, I'm going to start disliking the show. Like, I feel like showing, not telling is always an important thing. And if you are going to spell some things out for the audience, that's fine. It's just like shoving it in our face that it's like, this guy doesn't want to live anymore. He has nothing to live for. But actually, he's clearly still wants to live subconsciously, but doesn't know it yet. Oh my god, I want to live? Why do I want to live? Because I love my wife. Over and over and over again. Honestly, my memory is a little shady. I just remember after episode 2, I'm like, come on, stop. I already know what you're going to say before you fucking say it now.
fighting against the
But yeah, that was the first 2 episodes. Once you get like the cliffhanger at episode 2 or 3, where like the fucking monsters and insects and shit are going on this island, I'm into it.
with their fellow brothers, gamers, as they combat the onslaught of the Uwu army. Our protagonist, the otaku hero, the reluctant leader of the resisting weeb army on the classic hero's journey with trials and tribulations, where before he learns how to run a resistance faction, he must first learn how to run a fucking bath. For real though, why is an anime about weebs rising up unironically going this hard? Someone must have looked at Trigger and old school Gainax and went, let's add weebs to this. And you know what? They're goddamn delivering.
Yeah, no chat. It was just the first 2 episodes that were my complaint. After episode 2, I feel like it's been fantastic. The next 3-4 episodes that I've watched.
I never thought I'd want to see Gurren Lagann with weebs, but this is it. This is Gurren Lagann with weebs. That's right. I'm a weeb. Not because I don't have bitches, but because I choose to have many. Imaginary ones.
If you work out because you want your body to look a certain way, you don't care about health, you are fat phobic.
Let's fucking go!
Wait, you're telling me the concept...
MASHLE, baby. MASHLE, magic and muscles. The combination of Black Clover, One Punch Man with Harry Potter references. I've read this manga. I've been hyping up this anime before it came out. I've been hyping up this manga for like 2 years now. And we finally get it. And it's decently popular. I wish it was popping off more. I've been waiting 3 years for this, maybe. It could be 3 years at this point.
Of the show, some gym bro enters a wizard school and beats up magic nerds with the power of muscles and benching. It's fucking Harry Spotter, the boy who lifted. This is like if Black Clover and One Punch Man had a Hogwarts-flavored baby.
Yeah.
God damn, why is this so much fun? Look at the average beta magic users. Oh, look at me, I can do magic. Oh, one guardian Leviosa. Fuck that shit. Motherfucking Muggle Psycho 100 coming through showing these wizards the magic of muscles. You're a Giga Chat, Harry. Dead man.
If you haven't watched MASHLE yet, please watch MASHLE. It's so fucking funny. Watching this dude like who can't use magic enter a magic academy to become the best magic user is such a stupid concept. And then he's just like tricep magic, hamstring magic, and he's just a Giga Chat.
To be honest, with a name like this, I was immediately ready to write this off, but god damn it, it doesn't suck. The episode starts and you're like, great, another generic fantasy anime. But wait, no, it's actually a reverse isekai in the modern world. Wait,
I watched 10 minutes of this. I'm like, bro, this pacing is fucking hurting me, dude. And then I'm like, this is kind of one of the better anime this season. And then I'm like, okay, I'm into it. I was really enjoying the first, like, after the first 10 minutes, the next, like, episode and a half were fantastic.
there's actually some kind of death game with a murderous old school yandere. And wait, it wasn't the hero that got isekai, but the final boss of the fantasy world? Wait, and it's written by the creator of Bakano and Durarara? Okay,
What?
Okay,
I didn't
you
know
know
that.
what? I'll bite. I'll give this one a chance.
No wonder it was good. Did I pause?
Alright, what's next?
Oh. Wait, what? Why? What's the complaint here?
I'll bite. I'll give this one a chance. Alright, what's next? You know, I'm actually disappointed in this one. With a Kizuna Eye anime about some girls attending a VTubing academy, there was so much potential to make this an interesting exploration of the world of VTubing and streamers. How do you become a competent streamer? How do you get on the top of live stream fails? How do you craft the apology video that comes afterwards? But instead, they decided to make another...
I made a severe and extreme lapse in judgment. Oh my goodness, I have a doggo. We're so sorry, me and my doggo. I was in a dark place. I got lost in the sauce. Love you guys. I'm sorry.
bare bones generic idol show. And you know what? Do we really need another idol anime? Woo! Yeah! Idols, baby! Let's go! This is the good shit! Alright, real talk. I know I've watched and fawned over a lot of less than great anime in my life. I know I'm the garbage isekai man. I know I run a podcast literally called Trash Taste, but if you've ever trusted me before, if you've ever gotten just one good recommendation from me, if you could choose one time to blindly listen to me, this is it when I say watch Oshinoko. Do not read the synopsis, don't do any Google searches, don't even watch my previous video.
Go in blind. Go in blind, boys. Oshinoko. Absolute banger. I must say, those first, I'm very happy they made it a 1 hour and something first episode. Crazy that it's like a prologue or epilogue, whatever. They combined it all into one episode, but it makes sense because after 20 minutes, what happens in the show, I'm like, this is another stupid anime. But the characters were likable, the dialogue was good. I was interested in enough in the story and like its quality that the stupidity that happens 20 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? It's anime. I'm fine with it. I'll keep on going. I'm sure a lot of people would have probably dropped it. I may have even dropped it if I was watching it weekly, right? If I only watched 20 minutes and then had to wait another week to watch the next 20 minutes. But by the end of that first episode, I was so impressed, so invested. I'm fully caught up with the show right now, and it is just so good. Must watch, and the OP's a banger. One of my favorites.
On it. Just go into it blind. This is not another idol anime. This is not another happy-go-lucky romantic comedy. It's an unfiltered look at the ugly world of the Japanese entertainment industry from deep within it. From idols to acting to YouTubers to frickin' cancel culture, it is Black Mirror for the modern influencer landscape. The hour and 20-minute long episode 1 will tell you everything you need to know about what you're getting into and whether this show will be for you. Yes, you heard that right. An hour and 20 minutes. That's not an episode. That's a freaking movie. But it shows how much expectation the studio put into this. This has the potential to match or even surpass Aka Akasaka's previous work of Kaguya-sama, and that is already an insanely high bar to meet.
It's already better than Kaguya-sama.
You might laugh, you might cry, you might even find yourself going,
I said it.
Holy shit, but what I can promise is that it's an absolutely wild ride right from the start. And yet somehow, this isn't nearly the only thing I'm excited about this season.
I'm scared for how the audio is going to sound here. Did I have it too low? Probably fine. I feel like sometimes my audio is too low in my reactions and it pisses me off.
In the anime arms race of finding the next big show,
I still haven't watched Demon Slayer.
Show the millionth
like
fantasy
the new season, I should say. I read the entire manga, so I'm like not in a rush, but I should still watch it.
Isekai or another feel-good
I will say Demon Slayer is one of those shows where the manga is pretty good, but the anime really enhances it quite a bit.
Slice of life. Even if there are plenty of bangers in their respective categories, we can sometimes forget the excitement of seeing something new and fresh. But that's exactly what Tengoku Daimekyo is doing for me. We're thrust headfirst into some post-apocalyptic world. There's a closed-off facility with some kids, a deadly disease ravaging the population.
Dude, I forgot about Heavily Delusion. I watched like 2 episodes of this before I went on vacation, and I really enjoyed it.
Of doppelgangers that exist in the world. Some teenagers are searching for a place called heaven. Then on top of all this, nightmarish creatures wander the world at night looking to pick off some unsuspecting prey. You have no idea what the rules are, what's happened. A gun gets pulled and people are like, mate, that's a toy gun. What are you doing?
Today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out.
Who knows what they're capable of?
How much do we want to find out?
Is that even a real gun?
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
That's hilarious.
God
hilarious.
damn, they found the fuck out!
This is not a series that treats you like an idiot. We're not given any exposition or explanations. We have to figure out bit by bit what's going on, what's happened here with the pieces we are slowly given. It's been a long time since I genuinely did not know what to expect from a show or where the story was going, and that is so goddamn exciting. Add on that almost movie level productions and a soundtrack by Chainsaw Man and Devilman Crybaby's Ushio Kensuke, and we have a recipe for the dark horse contender for one of the best shows this season. But you know what? The hype train doesn't even end there. Skip to Loafer is like if they made an anime adaptation of Journey's Don't Stop Believing and is one of the most feel-good things to come out this spring. PA Works have been on a tear recently of doing weirdo shit, so it's nice to see them doing something simple again and still hit it out of the park. They don't need some maids warring in Akihabara or a Chinese general being reincarnated to Shibuya. This time it's just the struggles of a small town girl moving to the big city and adjusting to daily life, and I am here for it. I genuinely haven't seen an anime that's made me feel this homely for a while. There's this authenticity to it I can't quite put my finger on, but every single second of this radiates a positive energy that will leave you beaming by the end of every episode. PA Works absolutely nailed it, whatever it is. Good animation, good characters, just good vibes all around. Speaking of vibes, we also have Insomniac's After School, or Not Degenerate Call of the Night. Sometimes you watch a show that just captivates you for no other reason other than you just vibe with it so goddamn hard, and that is Insomniac's After School in a nutshell. There's no cliche tropes, no overplayed archetypes, no dramatic plot lines, just 2 human characters finding a human connection, then discovering this pure joy of just hanging out together. The atmosphere.
Perfect.
The writing.
Perfect.
The music.
Perfect.
The good vibes.
I've got to say, in all honesty, It's perfect.
The show felt so genuine, it almost made me want to shed a tear. It made me nostalgic for situations I've never experienced, yearn for my teenage years that I can never reclaim again. Beyond their shared common ground of having trouble sleeping, it's just a treat to find a pair of characters that have such amazing natural chemistry together, and you feel such a delight whenever they're both on screen. I've got a good feeling about this one, guys. I'm telling you, this one's gonna be the sleeper hit of the season. Gay girls. Alright, that's enough good shows this season. There must be some bad shows I can talk about. This is not it. From one of Chainsaw Man's Tatsuki Fujimoto's assistants comes Hell's Paradise. A bunch of death row convicts get shipped off to a mysterious place where no one has ever come back from alive to bring back a mythical elixir of life. And their prize if they're able to make it back. I see. Think Suicide Squad meets Hunter x Hunter's Dark Continent arc. You got this mysterious world where the rules don't make sense, and the more you explore, the more you realize everything and everyone seems to be hell-bent on killing you. Add to this some bloody action with a side of edginess, and you got a recipe for a good time. For us, I mean. Not these guys. I don't think this is going to revolutionize the industry or anything, but at the very least, it's going to be some violent, pretty-looking, action-packed fun with a bunch of larger-than-life characters. Fucking Nick, innit? A trashy isekai where a guy and his OP or Neisan gets transported to another world with the sister thirsting all over the main character. Oh, thank God, boys! We did it! We finally found a bad show!
And then you see this animation.
Why? Why does the incest-based sister isekai still look like it has good production values? What is going on this season? 2-hit mom? 1-hit sister? What's next? 0-hit daughter? Animated by Studio Ufotable? What about this? Heroes Already Dead sounds like a generic fantasy. I'm sure it can't have anything cool. God damn it. Is there anything I can drop this season? Fuck it. Let's add another one to my list. You know I'm a sucker for interesting isekai ideas, and this one's pretty unique. Son of a cult leader dies only to find himself reincarnated to a world where the concept of God doesn't exist. Me, after watching Inukai's dog, and it's up to him to start a new religion where his power levels directly correlate to how many followers he can get. Cause you know what? What if you were transported to a world without religion where you were the sole person that knew God existed? What if you were the only person who could hear God's voice and you knew it was your responsibility to bring their teaching upon the world for the greater good? What would happen?
I will become the god of this new world.
And if you found out that your almighty God was a lolly?
Oh. The only true god is an anime is a tsundere high school girl.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video.
That was embarrassing.
Thank you very much this month to Alpha Sigma, Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate, Flabberwocky, Ivito,
the boy, of course. Download Honkai Star Rail. Hell yeah. I think he uploaded another one. Yeah, I found everyone's next anime crush. Let's watch it.
Smoking in real life be like... Oh, smoking in manga. That's like... You
got cancer.
I must say, not a big fan of cigarettes myself, but recently I went to Cuba and I was smoking some cigars. Kind of a fan.
Slice of life. It's a
I never thought I would. I've tried them in the past, and I'm just like, what's the fucking point? But I guess as I get older and I was just trying them there, I'm like, this is kind of a vibe on the beach. Brewski in one hand, cigar in the other. Hey! Walking around looking like fucking Andrew Tate.
I'm talking here! It's a genre I've never been able to fully get into because, well, a lot of the times I find it boring. I can see its appeal, but way too often it's about shows or stories I have zero interest or relatability to. Cause look, I'm a 32-year-old grown-ass adult. What the hell am I gonna have in common with watching the 100th show about some high school girl sitting in a classroom going, Pizza-chan, you're looking super kawaii today! Dorita-chan, you're the one who looks the most kawaii with the little hair and the little thing. That's the guy. Anal sex shit, There is rarely anything in this genre for me, so it came as a big surprise when I found Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, a manga that tackles something I can finally relate to, something that's not more cute anime girls, something I rarely get to see. Being a boring ass adult. This manga might have ignited a fire in me I had no idea could be ignited. It hit a spot I am now trying relentlessly to fill up, and if you're a boring ass adult like me, I think you might like it too. Oh, and there's a hot anime goth girl in it.
Oh my god!
Before that, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video.
Is this like a new anime that just came out? I wasn't... I didn't even say the anime's name. Anyway, I'm down to check it out for sure. Raycon.
Guys, as you might know, I've been traveling around a lot recently and having multiple pair of headphones.
Over on kick.com/BriggsADA, I'm down to watch that anime. You know where I'm going to be watching that anime? Kick.com/BriggsADA. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. Does sound like something I'd be interested in watching.
Sasaki doesn't have a lot going on in his life. Working at a soul-sucking job for a company that barely treats him like a human being, he doesn't have a lot to look forward to in his day-to-day grind. That is, except for the cheerful smile of Yamada, the lovely clerk at the supermarket he visits after his shift that brings him just a small dose of joy in his otherwise tedious life. After one particularly grueling day, however, he pops in to find out that she's already ended her shift. So, to deal with the fact that today he doesn't get to see Yamada's joyful face, there's only one solution he can think of. Lung cancer. Unfortunately in Japan, puffing copium in public has been made illegal and also slightly frowned upon. So looking for a place to spark up a ciggy in private, he gets called over behind the supermarket by a mysterious girl who calls herself Tayama. Wow, what a unique name. I wonder where she got that from. Huh? She looks a little edgy, slick leather jacket, choker, boots, dark lipstick, but looks a little familiar, eh? I wonder what the old man thinks.
I've never met this man in my life.
She's noticed that he's always stopping at Yamada's cashier and teases him a bit. Yeah, she's a little cheeky, bit of a cheeky girl, probably eats a lot at Nando's, but finds out that Sasaki doesn't have any ulterior motives. He's just an older dude who appreciates Yamada's gleeful energy. They get talking and a small friendship starts to form. And so Sasaki finds a new cycle in his daily routine, as every time he visits the supermarket, he shares a smoke break with this mysterious girl as they talk about stuff. Yeah, that's it. That's the manga. Yes, this is a manga about two adults who go behind the supermarket to share a smoke break together. Now, before I recommend this manga, as we all know, smoking is bad for your health. Here are just some of the negative effects of smoking. Increased risk of cancer, heart disease, lung disease, strokes, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, and everyone else on my Patreon for helping to support me for this and a shitload of other stuff that is just absolutely terrible for your health. Now, are there any positive effects of smoking? Getting the chance to vibe with the hot goth girl behind your local combini.
You know what's so sad? I literally have friends that part of the reason why they smoke is like to meet girls, which is so dumb. It's so dumb. There's a million other ways. But part of the reason is literally like when you're at a bar or a club, like going out for a smoke, like that interaction. Oh, you need a lighter? I have one. Literally. That's like literally the reason. They got addicted.
Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You was one of the most popular and hyped up newly published series in Japan last year, and when I read the first chapter, I didn't understand why. 5 chapters later, I still didn't understand why. 26 chapters later, and I still didn't understand why, but where the hell is the next chapter? Wait, this is a monthly release? I have to wait a bloody month now? Oh no. I like this manga. It's comforting, it's relatable, it needs a shorter name because goddamn this is going to be tedious to pronounce, but most importantly, it is a vibe if you're over the age of 23 because most extraordinarily, it is a manga starring actual adults. No overly anime bullshit, no
So uncommon.
Exaggerated personalities, just two fully grown adults chilling with each other, talking about random shit. It's a story that perfectly portrays the vibe of the small intricacies and mundanity of adult life. And I know that sounds like a weird way to make a story sound appealing, but hear me out, okay? Alright, it's time for a patented Gigguk tangent, but stick with me, I swear I'm going somewhere with this. So back when I worked for the BBC... No! Get off me! I need people to know I work for the BBC! Back during the days when I worked for the... United Kingdom Transmission Organization, I had my own little routine. There would be a single Tesco's Express on my way back, and every day I would go in and give myself a little treat. We all love to clown on British food, rightly so, but one thing I'll always happily defend is their crisps. It's pretty much the only time you'll find properly seasoned food in England, and to me, one stood above them all. Walker's Max Punchy Paprika. Ridge cut crisps with that perfect thickness to give it that crunch and maximize the delicious smoky paprika flavor, all for the price of 75p. This was my little treat to signify the end of a hard day's work, so you'd understand my horror when one day I walked in and I found out that this particular branch of Tesco's had stopped selling Walker's Max crisps. What? Why? Why would they do this? What did they expect me to do? Settle for the inferior plain old Walker's crisps? Settle for a flavor that's not punchy paprika? Add 5 minutes on my daily walk home so I can see if Sainsbury's has it? No! I wasn't gonna do that. I refused to do that. So like a true Brit, I masked my disappointment by filing a complaint in my mind, walking home dejected and crispsless, and returned the next day to burn the entire store down. Now that may have sounded like a weird tangent, but that was a slice of my adult life. Sometimes the smallest and most mundane things is the stuff that stands out the most in your day, and that's the vibe that is perfectly captured in Smokers Anonymous behind Tesco's Express. Sasaki doesn't come to the same cashier every day because he has a weird, creepy crush, but because seeing that joyful smile brightens his day just a little bit. She's no punchy paprika, but I get it. And Tayama serves as the
Want to do
emotional...
something weird that I do every single day? So every single day, either before I start streaming or literally when I click my start streaming button, I walk downstairs and I make myself a G Fuel. And like, it's kind of weird, but like literally when I make the G Fuel and I pour it, like whatever, I put a little bit of water, put the scoop in, and I start filling it up the rest. And like the powder kind of like floats like a little cloud above my cup thing. And I smell it every single time. Just fucking straight up my nostrils, like actual G Fuel particles. It's so dumb. But every single morning I smell my G Fuel. And I've done it a million times. It smells the fucking same. I don't even like this G Fuel flavor that I'm drinking right now that much. But I still fucking do it. And it's just like a part of my day that's just like, I don't know. It's a small slice of my life. It's just dumb. My mom complains about the smell because you could smell it. Like it literally like fills the kitchen. Like when you have like Blue Chug Rug or like a strong flavor. And I love it. That's how you wake up so quick. Exactly. Just fucking line of G Fuel, baby.
I wish
we all have those weird rituals. But yeah, I cannot have a G Fuel without smelling it. I cannot have an espresso without swishing it through my teeth, making my teeth fucking ugly as hell.
When I couldn't tell anybody about the atrocity Tesco's had committed on me that day. Sasaki finishes work one day after accidentally making a girl cry because he tried
I cannot make myself lunch and actually remember to finish it because I fucking don't have time to actually eat.
giving a team member encouraging words, but unintentionally came off as angry and aggressive. In England, we call that forgetting to end your business emails with kind regards and instead just saying, regards. He tells Tayama about it and she gives him a sound pep talk about how shit like this doesn't matter in the long term. If you're a good person, that team member will eventually realize that in time. But if you're really worried about it, here's how to smile and not look like an angry psychopath. He starts to laugh, she gives him a bit of shit back. He starts to worry that he accidentally just made her angry then and there. And she's like, nah, don't overthink it, bro. And that's it. That's the chapter. There's just something satisfying about seeing people bonding and growing closer over the simplest conversations. Work life, dating, small, menial shit that happens in their day, just two adults being real with each other. And as someone who's introverted, these are the situations I love. Alright fellow introverts, hear me out. Talking to strangers can be scary. Talking to people you don't know can be exhausting. But to me, it all becomes worth it in that moment when you find that one person you just instantly vibe with. It doesn't have to be about having the same common interests as them or even having similar personalities. Something about that energy just clicks with you. For once, you don't feel like you're draining your social energy hanging out with someone. One 5-minute interaction accidentally turns into a 2-hour conversation as you lost track of time talking about shit you don't even remember talking about. And that's the beauty encapsulated in this manga. Sasaki and Tayama aren't necessarily similar. They aren't even that close to each other in age, but goddamn if there isn't something comforting about their chemistry together. You're just watching two adults vibing with each other, shooting the shit about stuff that doesn't really matter. And I didn't know I could get this invested in a story about two people.
It's always great when you meet new people and it actually like clicks, you know? Like I joined a second volleyball team this year and I was a little worried because I didn't know the people that I was going to be playing with. Like Lauren's on the team, my girlfriend, and like her neighbor that I kind of know, and then like 5 of her neighbor's friends that I just don't know. And I joined the team, I'm like, like I don't know how this is gonna be, like how good they're gonna be. Are they gonna be nice? Like how's the vibe? Like when you do volleyball, like there's sometimes like it's honestly such a vibe. Like you chill, like beach volleyball at least, like where I go, like you chill there, you grab a couple beers, right? Like it's outside, nice weather. Usually like I make a kind of night of it, and I have a really good time. But that's with my close friends. These people I don't really know. And then last week we went to our first game, and it was just all so chill. We all got along. I think I ended up staying there for like an hour afterwards, just chilling with the boys. And it was the chemistry just clicked, right? There was no awkwardness, and it was just a good time. It could have easily been like, if it was awkwardness, I would have probably just dipped, and I wouldn't be looking forward to the rest of the season, because I go there for the volleyball, but you also go for the vibe, like. Especially if you stream all day and you work all day, right? Like having that 1 or 2 things a week just to get out and like talk to people and have fun is great, right? Like I don't really go out partying anymore or anything like that. So even just chilling at volleyball, having a beer, talking with people about random shit that like doesn't even matter. It's always great.
Or just enjoying each other's company. As time goes on, we even see a slight romance subplot start to form. And we might want to keep this on the down low because I do have a bit of an age gap and we don't want to give Twitter something new to pretend to be mad about.
I want problems, always!
The rest of the story is treated as surely as the
always.
rest of the manga is. From the start, Sasaki never came in with nefarious intentions, and the evolution of their relationship feels completely natural as they slowly start to emotionally rely on one another, give each other companionship, so any kind of developing feelings never takes priority over what they provide for each other and why they keep coming back. An honest to God, human connection. Alright, I would be lying though if I didn't say I wasn't just a little bit invested, because Tayama is just
Perfect.
the leather jacket, the choker, the punk energy, adding just a tiny bit of Tsun energy. She gets a little cheeky, has a little devious side to her personality, but it's nothing but
Just a bit of banter.
Wait a minute. Another manga about a guy and a mischievous anime girl with a romantic tension? Wait a minute. This is just another teasing manga. Wait a minute. This is just Nagatoro for adults! The only travesty right now is that because this manga is still pretty new and it's on a monthly release schedule, I've not had nearly enough to satisfy my craving, which caused me to come to the realization when searching for similar stories is that, why is there not more shows like this? We have an avalanche of moe blob high school girls doing some mundane activity, and I get it, it's cute, it's comfy, but whose slice of life is this? I like my cute anime girls, but I can't relate to this. What do you think I look like, a fucking Funko Pop? That must be something.
I just feel like everyone can relate to like those younger years, to like high school years. Like the target audience is high school kids, maybe slightly older, slightly younger. Everyone could kind of relate to it. But if you're older, you also went through that period of time, so you could also kind of relate to it. So it just catches the largest demographic versus if this fucking smoking behind a convenience store anime with a 45-year-old protagonist, most people that watch anime, if they're teenagers, probably can't relate to that type of thing at all. Yo, King, thanks for the sub, brother. I love you. Appreciate you for the support, bro.
Some slice of life with adults out there. Oh hell yeah! New game, a slice of life about working adults in the game development world. This is the adults. Sparking up a ciggy next to the Lawsons hits a
Dude, fucking watching Pompo. It was an anime movie where all the characters looked like normal age, but the main characters just looked like 7 years old. Killed me.
But I didn't know I wanted it to
Even though they were adults. Like, homie was fucking driving. The other girl's like a movie director, or he's a movie director, she's a producer. Like, it was killing me.
That sounds like your
She looks
thing.
like she's like 6.5 years old.
Please, dear God, just give it a read, because not only do I want this to get more popular, but I want more stories like this. No high school anime bullshit, no after-school club activities, no cute
Don't
girls
diss
doing
K-On!
cute things. We have adult people doing adult things. Wait a minute.
K-On's an anime for chads. Okay?
No cute anime girls, just a bunch of adults talking about dumb bullshit that doesn't really matter? Why does this sound so familiar to me? Oh, fuck.
Do you prefer boneless or bone-in cigarettes?
Hey
What the
guys,
fuck?
hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much this month to Alpha Sigma, Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate, Flabberwocky, Ivido, Levados, Misaka12315, Payne Padgett, Pony Stark, Watergeist VT, and everyone else on my Patreon for helping to support me for this month.
Stark. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, boys, I think we react like one more video of something, and we maybe just call it a day. I streamed for like 150 hours straight, so I think I deserve a little break.